Do you know why you struggle financially? Do you know why money leaves your hands as quickly as it comes in? Do you know why you struggle with making decisions? When it comes to your business, when it comes to making money, when it comes to doing the things that will really impact your life. Do you know why? It is because of your habits. Yes. Now, your habits are responsible for everything that you have in your life. Your habits are responsible for any successes that you have, and your habits are responsible for any failures that you have. And that is because we are creatures of habit. But what if I told you that there are specific things that the rich really focus on when it comes to habits that really helps them to be rich and stay rich? What if I told you that there are 5 specific things that the rich focus on and 5 specific things that the poor do not do, which is why there is such a big divide between the rich and the poor? What if I told you that if you change specific habits and you increased the positive habits, that you will be able to not only gain wealth but retain wealth? Well, that is what I want to share with you in this video. So, habits of the rich. There are 5 total habits that I want to share with you in this video that you need to take action on now. The first is the rich count their money. That's right. The rich, they don't bury their head in the sand. They understand what is going on with their money and they count their money. So recently my husband and I have had a goal of paying off our mortgage, and one of the only ways that we are able to achieve that, and we are due to finish that over the next couple of months, the only way we are able to do that is by literally counting our money, checking what is coming in, what is going out. Are we overspending in some places? Are there other areas of our lives and in our spending habits that we could claw back some money and put into a different area? What a lot of poor people do, and people who don't have a lot of money, the reason they don't is because they bury their head in the sand and they don't want to see what is actually happening with their money. Yes, that's right. So they say, these are my expenses and these are the things that, I need to spend money on to keep a roof over my head or to at least do the basics, but they don't actually look at the £10 or $10 or $100 or £100 extra that they could use to actually invest in the things that they want. And the rich, those who really have money, they pay attention to that additional pot of funds and they use it to better, and they use it to increase their wealth. So if you want to be rich, you've got to keep an eye on your money. Where is it going? How is it coming? When is it coming? And what are you using it for? These are the questions you ought to keep asking yourself and answering so that you can increase your wealth. The second habit that the rich do that the poor don't is that the rich pay themselves first. Now, when I first heard about paying yourself first, I thought it was a matter of, you get paid and so you pay yourself. Or if you're in business, at the end of the month, you carve out a certain amount of money and you pay yourself, and you can use that to, buy some things that you really want, some shoes, some clothes, or go out and all of those things. And those things are fine, but that's what keeps you poor. See, what the rich do is when it comes to paying themselves first, what that actually means is that they carve out a certain amount of money, a percentage from how much wealth they have gathered in that specific time frame. And guess what they do with that wealth? They reinvest that wealth. That's right. So they use their money to keep making more money. So the money essentially keeps working for them. Okay, so they pay themselves first. So if you have, a smaller income bracket, you might choose to pay yourself 10%, for example. But as your money grows, I highly recommend that you increase that slowly. So you go from 10% to 15 to 20, and you keep increasing as much as you can. But your goal isn't just to carve out some money to go, on a spending spree or on, a flashy holiday, which is great as it is. But until you are in a place where you have disposable income, You want to channel that money into reinvesting in stocks, in bonds, in property, in your business, in paid traffic, in anything that you can directly say, yes, if I invest in this, it will bring in more money into my business. That is how the rich keep money working for them. And guess what? You can do that too. It is all about compounding interest. So you can do that too. The sooner you begin, the more your money, the quicker your money starts to work for you. So the third thing that the rich do that the poor don't do is that the rich, they increase their earning potential. That's right. So what does that mean? It means that in the marketplace, when it comes to business, we get paid in business. You get paid for value. You get paid for your value in the marketplace. But first, you've got to recognize that you have value. You've got to recognize the value in the skills that you have. Do you know that there are so many people sitting around right now who have so much skill? They have so much inside of them that are absolutely valuable to the marketplace, but they don't even recognize it. Well, this is the issue. The rich do. They recognize what their value is, what their expertise is, what they are bringing to the market, and they continue to increase their earning potential because they put a high price on their value. That's right. So what is your value? Let me know in the comments. Right, what value do you bring to the marketplace, to your industry, and to your niche? What value do you bring? What skills do you have? Because if you have specific skills that can help you to increase your earning potential, then you've got to focus your time on developing those skills further, because that is where your money comes from. That is what the rich do. They focus on their most high income skills, their skills that bring them the most amount of money, and they work at improving them. How do you do that? You get training, you get coaching, you read books, you go to seminars, you go to workshops, you follow people, and you learn from mentors who have those skills, so that the more you deposit knowledge into yourself, the more you increase your earning potential. So let me know in the comments, right? What value do you bring to your marketplace? So number 4, the fourth thing that the rich do that the poor people don't is that the rich think like CEOs, whereas the poor people want to do everything by themselves. You know, they want to be the person who runs the business, who fulfills the business, who runs their ads, who does every bit of their business or of their lives by themselves. Whilst the rich people, they focus on leveraging. They focus on, you know, how do I become the CEO of my business? That means that I have a bird's eye view on everything that is happening in my business and in my world, and I can figure out who I need. So they leverage other people's skills, they leverage other people's time, they leverage other people's money. They are continuously leveraging so that they can remove themselves and use their time in an area that, guess what, increases their wealth. Okay, and you can do that too. You can do that too. What do you have to do? You have to look at what skills are you lacking? Right, what skills are you currently lacking in your own abilities, but that you know will increase your earning potential? Is it the skill of speaking? Is it the skill of closing on a call? Is it the skill of running paid traffic? Well, if that is a skill that you are lacking, you have two options. If you have more time on your hands, then you know what to do with, then learn that skill. But if you really want to operate like the rich do, what you ought to do is actually leverage other people's skills to fill in that gap, so that you can use your skills and your time to bring in more money, because that is where the rich focus. Number 5, the rich see opportunities everywhere. That's right. I'm currently in a hotel with my husband, and we're staying in a really beautiful hotel. And this is a great opportunity for me to grab a few minutes, if I have it, to film, to speak to you guys, because I care about you and I care about what you are up to and how you are growing your business. But my role is to see opportunities. So I see opportunities to record, to create content. I see opportunities to build relationships. I look at things and I'm thinking, well, what can that become? What can I use this room for? You know, I looked around as we were, at breakfast, and I'm looking at, our surroundings, which is just so beautiful. And I kept saying to my husband, I would love to have an office in this area one day. This is going to happen, because that's how the rich think. They step into a place and they start to see opportunities. They start to see the mundane things that the ordinary person who is poor, or who, has an average level of wealth, doesn't necessarily recognize as an opportunity, opportunity. The rich, however, starts to think, well, how can I leverage this specific room that I'm in? How can I use it to create more wealth? How can I leverage a relationship with the porter or the concierge or the people serving the dining room? How can I leverage a relationship with those people to again increase my business and increase my wealth? That is what the rich do. So are you seeing opportunities around you? Because if you're not, you've got to change your mindset and start looking at things, at everything around you, as a possible opportunity to increase your wealth. So you've got it. Those are the 5 top things that the rich consistently do so effortlessly that the poor or the middle class don't. So if you want to create more wealth, you have got to be a creature of habit. Get into the habit of seeing opportunities. Get into the habit of leveraging other people's skills. Get into the habit of looking at your numbers. Get into the habit of paying yourself first and investing that into increasing your wealth. So let me know in the comments right now. What is one habit from these 5 that you are going to take up today? Right? What are you going to do about it? Let me know in the comments. I want to hold you accountable. So type it in the comments so I can come back and give you my views. Make sure you do that. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you loved this, you know what you got to do. Give it a thumbs up. And please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We publish 3 times a week, helping you to create a consistent flow of income and increase your wealth. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.